Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here. We back again. Episode 30 of the Double Dribble Podcast. As always, you know what it is. I'm Destin.
And I'm Drew. And breaking news a couple hours ago.
Yeah, breaking
Maybe
news a couple
like
hours ago.
yeah.
You can see the ticker at the bottom of the screen. It's been a blockbuster trade in the NBA. Bradley Beal is now a Phoenix Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me pull this up right quick for you. All right, Drew.
Yes, sir.
Initial thoughts of the matter of fact, hold on. Before you go for it, hold on. Let me get all the details in. So hold
No, it's Chris Paul.
on.
Was it? Is it also campaign, right? Or who is it? Chris Paul
No.
and
So the Washington Wizards are trading three-time All-Star Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns for Chris Paul, Landry Shamet,
yeah, it was Shaman. Yeah.
a handful of second-round picks, and multiple pick swaps. Um, Also, something I just found out not too long ago. Um, Jordan Goodwin, he was like a backup point guard for the he was like a combo guard for the Wizards. He said he's also has been included in the trade. Um, so I guess you get two players for two players. Drew, what's your initial thoughts on this trade? Because we just found out like a few days ago that the Suns were in play for Bradley Beal. I wasn't even thinking about that until a few days ago when it was brought to light and Bradley Beal has the no trade clause and some other
Yeah.
funny stuff going on. So what you think about this
Yeah.
trade?
So
Initial thoughts.
initial thoughts is I thought before this trade I was thinking that it was gonna be Miami. I kept feeling like that was gonna be the most likely scenario. I thought they also could potentially offer more. I thought they still could offer more, as far as just like talent they're going to get back and even picks. But the no trade clause thing is a huge factor in that kind of determines everything because if Bill wants out of there, he has full control over his destination, and any team that's going to be making a deal is going to want him to be locked in. So
Mhm.
we saw the news. I think I sent it to you. That his agent is the father of the Suns CEO, and so that actually kind of just
Yeah,
oh,
his agent is the son of the Sun CEO.
no, his agent is the father of the Suns
Oh, he's
CEO.
a father.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on, hold
yeah,
on.
yeah. His agent's older. His agent's the dad.
Oh, I'm sure you said the sons. I'm thinking about son, like
Oh yeah,
would you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'm
like
mixing
it's
it
like
up.
yeah, yeah, it's like yeah, it's funny because it's sons, but yeah,
Yeah,
but no, like but yeah, his dad is the father of the Suns, like the Suns CEO, like
yeah, I
the
got
C,
you.
yeah, and then like they so like there's a lot of speculation. I don't think it's even speculation. I think that it's collusion straight up. Now, I don't know if anything's going to come from it or if we're going to see when the trade goes through, if there's anything that's going to, any ramifications. Are they going to get docked a second round pick months later or some shit? Are they going to get docked multiple picks or something? But like, it has to be
Mhm.
collusion. Like, they didn't even have to give up a first round pick. I don't even think they had first round picks to give, right? And
Mhm.
they got Bradley Beal with no first round picks given. Like, since when in any of these deals anybody been getting? Even for a guy like Bradley Beal, that's at least one first round pick that he's worth, at least. And so I guess they did the second round picks, the pick swap. That's like, to me, that's got to be some like a little bit of a help. His son, working with him, his the agent, his father, because yeah, like I'm sure Miami would have offered more. I'm sure Miami would have probably offered. I'm just speculating, but I feel like they could have offered like Hero. I feel like they might even do that. Offer Hero and
Better
maybe
players,
yeah,
younger
maybe
players.
yeah, and then offer a first round pick, maybe two first round picks, something like that would be better to me than what they got from Suns. Which, as far as players go, let's be honest, Chris Paul is probably going to get waived. I'd be surprised if he really plays there for like, or if he's really even there for much longer. Um, and Shamit, maybe they might have him on the bench. Like, I don't know, just they didn't really get much back. They basically damn near gave up Bradley Beal for free because I just don't believe. I feel like Chris Paul can get waived, and then this is my speculation, that he's gonna get picked up by the Lakers. They're like, he's gonna get waived, and then the last man on the banana boat crew, they ain't play with LeBron, about to get that phone call, and LeBron's like, hey, we could use your veteran floor general experience, leadership. Come on down to LA, and we're gonna try and run and get one. But I think that's gonna be the most likely scenario for that. But yeah, I just I don't like how that deal went down. But it is what it is, because I feel like we've been having quote unquote collusion or whatever you want to call it on a lot of these deals. Like, you could argue that was somewhat happening with AD and the Lakers a few years ago
because of the whole clutch and
clutch, and then his dad basically damn near came out and said, I think, like, he basically ain't going nowhere else but LA. His dad basically damn near
pretty much said he definitely said he didn't want to go to the Celtics. I remember that.
Yeah, but I think he said something basically on the lines of like, any of these other teams that ain't happening. It's basically going to be
he basically was like speaking for him.
Yeah,
and I guess his dad could do that, because he's just a fan, So, but yeah, I feel you. Initial thoughts when I was unsure about like this happening even when I seen it the other day, but when and it was on Twitter. When I found out that, like you said, Bradley Beal's agent is the father of the Sun CEO.
Mm-hmm.
When I found that out, I said, "Oh yeah, this is happening. Like this happening. Like it's happening. It's that's just what's gonna happen because one, Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, so he pretty much controls where he wants to go. Do I think the Wizards could have got a whole lot more back? Absolutely. They could have got younger players, better players, more picks. I honestly felt like they just did Bradley Beal a solid. They was ready to get off that ridiculous contract. Don't get me wrong, Bradley Beal is a really good player. He's a all-star caliber player in the league, but the amount of money he was making is the level of like, the superstars, the MVPs that we see in the league, Jokic, Embiid, Curry, even like Devin Booker, LeBron, KD, like those guys. And I don't even think he's like close to that level of player. So the contract that he was on was just it wasn't good, to say the least. And he just finished year one of that that contract.
Like I was talking to you. I don't even think. I mean, I'd have to go make a list, but I'm not even sure he's top 30 player in the league.
He may not be.
I think it's I think it's close, but like, yeah, I'm not even sure. And like, so he's making a lot more.
I think he may be top 30.
It's close. It's close. Like, I would say he's definitely not top 25. I think. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, would you rather?
Let's see. Hold on.
Like, would you rather have? This is like I guess, an honest question. Would you rather have Bradley Beal or Jaylen Brown?
It's crazy. I asked Devontae this earlier at work, but honestly, I would probably rather have Bradley Beal. But like I think they in the same like conversation though. Like I don't think it's ridiculous. Either side. Let's see something.
I would have I think I'd rather have Jaylen Brown, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Although like Bradley Beal is like he's definitely a better scorer, bucket getter. But like in the role, like I think that Jaylen Brown's better as a number two. In the role of a number two. I feel like he's just built for that better than Bradley Beal is to me. I feel like Bradley Beal is a better one, but like you ain't doing much anyways with either one of them guys as your one. Yeah. But like I guess like Bradley Beal to me as a one, he's probably better.
Okay. Let's see something. I'm gonna ask you some names and then I'm gonna keep count. Hold on. Let's see something.
Are we about to rank Bradley Beal up in here?
Yeah, I'm about to rank. I'm about to go through every NBA team, and I want you to tell me. Okay, would you rather have LeBron James? Okay, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Okay,
Even now, of course.
AD.
AD. That's
All
2.
right, Jason Tatum,
Tatum.
Brown. You already said Brown.
Let me
Okay,
let me make sure we keep in count. So that's 4
that's
right
4.
there.
Yeah, I got the counter up right now.
Okay.
Devin Booker,
Booker.
KD,
KD.
De'Aaron Fox,
Fox. No hesitation so far.
Sabonis. I say no. Well, personally, but I mean,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say Beal. Probably say
yeah,
Beal there.
okay.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid,
Embiid.
Harden,
Harden.
Brandon Ingram,
Ingram.
Zion.
This one's so iffy. So like, I guess I would say Zion if he's gonna play. Like, but it's like, man, that's tough. It's like another. I guess if like, um,
Okay,
I'm gonna no. We can leave it in reality. We don't got to do any special exceptions. I know you're gonna say like count out injuries, but no. Even with the injury potential, I'm still gonna say Zion because
okay,
with Bradley Beal, even if Bradley Beal is fully healthy and playing all 82 games,
mm-hmm.
you pretty much know what you're getting from Bradley Beal. With
Yeah,
Zion, with Zion, like it's better. It's still worth the risk, the potential, roll the dice that you might be able to get him to play a full season coming up. Like he's gonna get it together. I'd rather take the role than the chance on that
mm-hmm.
than oh yeah, Bradley Beal for however many games, because he's not exactly the most healthy player either. He's had healthier years,
Yeah,
but like of recently, he hasn't been the most healthy guy either. So I'm gonna
he's
say
had like a bit of a hamstring issue last season.
yeah.
I remember.
So I'm still gonna say Zion then. Yeah.
Okay. LaMelo.
I mean, right now Beal is better, but
Yeah, right. Like right now, I say Beal.
yeah. Beal is better. I'm not even going to play around.
All right.
Yeah.
Julius Randle.
Beal.
Jalen Brunson.
JB, man.
JB?
Yeah, JB, man.
All right. So and this your list, by the way. I'm doing the counter for your list.
This is where things are getting a little bit funny. But yeah, like
Okay.
I just like what have I seen from Bradley Beal as the number one guy on his team? I guess you could argue he was the best guy that 1 year with Russ. You could argue he was.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen him even do what Jalen Brunson did this year. And I believe Jalen Brunson was the best guy on his team. And that year they made the play-in and they got they won the second game of the play-in. They lost the first game to the Celtics, then they got clapped by the Sixers. I think they won one game in that series.
Yeah, they won like one game.
Yeah, I mean,
and I was unsure if he was just the best player on that team too. I mean, he was the best scorer. He was the go-to scorer, but Russ was the main.
Yeah, I'm. It's close. I'm still gonna probably lean Beal. What's the better player? But
okay.
But yeah, I feel like like he hasn't really done. As far as playoffs go as well, like Jalen Brunson has better playoff moments already, and he barely been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like he has this postseason against the Cavs. That was a unexpected for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't expect them to upset the Cavs going in. And
he was great versus the Heat.
Yeah,
like he was balling. What's the name was the one selling RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. They were the ones.
But he largely outplayed Donovan Mitchell during that series, and you could argue he was the best player in that series, and he probably was statistically.
Yeah, he was.
And like most people wouldn't say that he was better than Donovan Mitchell in the regular season, by no means, but he has that kind of level that he's shown. He also was great in the playoffs for a lot of games for the Mavericks in that Western Conference Finals run. I've just seen him do more at a higher level, and I believe more in his going forward than what I see from Bradley Beal. Like, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Jalen Brunson. Mm-hmm.
Bet. So we're at 12 right now.
That's 12.
Stephen Curry. Clay.
This current Clay, I'm gonna say Beal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
do I have to ask Draymond?
That's such a weird one to like.
Yeah, it's weird. I'll take Bill, but I mean, I get.
Yeah,
I get what you think about it.
Yeah, like my answer is gonna be Beal, but it's like I said, it's so much of this has to do with also
like team construction and
team construction, the role, what you have on your roster. But Draymond is such a specific, unique case.
Yeah.
And that I feel like Beal would be the better pick for most teams in most situations. So yeah. Now there are some exceptions, certain situations that I might be like, you know what, I'd rather have Draymond.
Yeah.
But like 90% of the situations, Beal. So Beal.
All right. Mikal Bridges.
Really? And we're gonna talk about him a little bit later. But yeah, Mikal Bridges.
Giannis. Jrue Holiday.
Jrue it is.
Yep. Sheesh. Okay. Chris Middleton.
At this point, no. If it was like 2 years ago, pre-injury, I would say, but like now, like this man, like he's all over the place. I don't know what Middleton we're gonna see next year. I gotta see him next year to see what he looks like. But yeah, it's Beal right now.
Paul George.
PG.
Kawhi.
This is another Zion type situation, but to a greater extent. But yeah, we know what Kawhi's capable of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll the dice again because he still showed the capability. He just got hurt again, but I'm gonna roll the dice again because, like I said, Beal is not necessarily the full model of health, and Beal also is not close to his level. So
yeah,
Kawhi.
Sure.
Yeah.
Trae Young.
This is another. I'm gonna say Trae. But this is another one of those like it's Trae Young, but I'm gonna say like it's definitely. It makes me think just because of this. Like I would still rather have Beal as my number 2. So like I would rather have Jaylen Brown as my number 2 than Beal. I'd rather have Beal as my number 2 than Trae. But as a 1, yeah, Trae is more dynamic, significantly better playmaker, can lift this has the ability to raise the floor of a team a lot better than Beal does. I feel like if Trae Young was on that team, they would have a better record probably with Kristaps. Then I don't think it would be significantly better.
Yeah.
But I think they would have a little better record. And also like Trae is just also of course healthier, plays more games. That's a factor too. But yeah, I'm gonna say slightly Trae I'm gonna say Trae.
All right. DeJounte Murray. I'll take Beal, but
yeah, this is one I'm leaning towards Beal. His scoring is just on he's just way more explosive as a scorer, way more dynamic as a scorer. And even DeJounte, at his best, he's not really giving you that. And his playmaking is good, but his shooting's really inconsistent. I'm gonna say Bill. I'm gonna say Bill on that one.
Okay. Hold on, let me get back to it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm definitely going with Bill. Thinking about it more, I'm like, I'm definitely going with Bill.
All right. Jokic,
of course.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Jamal Murray. After what he's shown me now, I of course a lot of this is going off of last year in this playoff run, but it's a tough one, man. Now I'm thinking about it because like, what could Bradley
Yeah.
Beal has done as a second option to Jokic? I really wonder.
Yeah, that's exactly because I feel like not taking anything away from Jamal because you still got to produce.
Yeah,
But
he is a better playmaker than Beal, though.
Well,
I think so. But then, of course, there's
maybe.
like if you want to get really into the nitty gritty of like scoring, gravity, and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Then like,
cause I do think he's just better at just creating his own shot. Like he's Jamal. He plays off of Jokic like so much, and he shoots a lot of. I mean, he makes them, but some of his like difficult contested shots, I feel like Beal.
It's tough. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's not. You're right. I gotta go Beal. It's tough because I'm thinking about it and I'm like, so much of this is going banked off this playoff run, but like, he is still a second option in that role. I'm sure like Beal could be very comparable. Though I like. The only issue with Beal is it's like he makes me question because he just doesn't really have any playoff moments like that. He's had some good games here or there, but like so limited,
Mm-hmm.
Suns in 12. I'm dead. This fool Dev.
Well, who said that?
Dev said Suns in 12. Bro.
Oh,
they back. They got the pieces necessary. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Beal over Jamal. But like, very subject to change. But yeah, that one I'm gonna say Beal.
All right. Donovan Mitchell. Darius Garland.
I'm gonna say Beal at the current moment, but I'm iffy on that one. But like, he still needs. I need to see more from Darius. Like he's still very young. Had his first playoff run. Had some bad showings. Beal, yeah.
All right. Let me just go back to it. Anthony Edwards. Karl-Anthony Towns.
We didn't even really talk about this fool, did we?
No, no.
Matter of fact. Oh my god, man. Karl-Anthony Towns. Oh,
speaking of the big cat,
man, this man said some wild stuff. Like
Mr. He changed the game.
Yeah, like
Mr. What the Nuggets did wasn't as impressive as what the Timberwolves did. He said it took them 4 years. We did it in 4 months. Well, Cat, I got a question to ask you, my man. What did you do? He said they did it in 4 months. What did you do? Lose in the first round, choke away like 4 or 5 games in the series.
What's funny about this Cat thing is I'm killing him. I haven't even actually heard the actual quote. I've only just read it, but like I read it and it was just like,
wait. You didn't see when he said, "Oh, they did it in 4 years. We did it in 4 months." Yeah,
I'm about to pull it up right now, man. Because I read what he said, but I'm like, I was already killing him just for like reading the comments. I didn't even actually go and watch the video, but we're about to go. We're about to go peep this right quick.
Yes.
But I cut you off. So as far as where you fit in with the bigs in today's game.
I mean, I just feel like I'm gonna put it like this. I feel like when my time's up and I retire and I put the shoes up and I say, you know what, Pat, me, the kids and the wife, we're gonna head out to the sunset and enjoy life. I feel like there's gonna be people who are gonna say, that I changed the game. And I'm gonna be very appreciative of that.
That's gangster.
Everything's up for stipulation. And you know what I like to say is that no matter when this is all over, that there's going to be kids coming up saying that they're going to be able to play a different way because I played in NBA and did it a different way.
That's gangster.
That's gangster?
That's gangster.
Oh, hell no. We ain't watching this. But, man. Like,
that's gangster. That's all you can say.
Like, when he retires, I'm pretty sure ain't no damn kids gonna be talking about Cat. Kids gonna be coming up to you,
bro. It's nobody I know that says
I don't know a
Carlton
single
Towns
kid.
is no kid.
I don't know a
Carlton
single
Towns
kid
their
that's like
favorite player.
I don't know a single kid that's like, I love Karl Anthony Towns, or like, I can't wait to watch his. Like, nah, man, what?
Oh my god!
Like, maybe
Cat.
I'm sure even the kids in Minnesota don't even love Karl Anthony Towns like that. They probably love Ant, and
Yeah.
probably when he retires, the Minnesota kids are gonna probably be like, man, you didn't win us anything. Like, they're gonna be mad at him most likely. like this man hasn't won a playoff series. He has won in his career. He's won 4 playoff games. He has 4 playoff wins to his name. That's what he got. So it's like,
Yep.
that's great. And like, change the game in what way? Like, you ain't the first, because he loves to like gas this thing that, I'm the greatest shooting big man of all
Big.
time, right? Which I guess if you really want to get down to it, you could make an argument that it's really, to me, I would say he's the greatest 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
Or percentage to volume. Like, you got to be very specific. Like, for the amount of shots he takes and the percentage he shoots it, he's the best big man shoot, or big, not even big, 7-footer. He's the best shooting 7-footer when it comes to threes. That's it. But you didn't change the game, right? And even that's even debatable, right? Like, what did you?
He said he changed the game.
Yeah, like, to me, to like change the game, either you have to have impacted the way people play. Like, what does change the game mean to this man? Like, I wish like it wasn't, if it was, it's Pat Bev, so of course he's just gonna be like, that's his boy or whatever. He played on the same team.
Pat Bev said, Pat Bev on there, he said Cat was the best big in the league. That's what he said.
They should have quoted that shit. Like, that's what they should have quoted. I didn't even see that. He said he was the best big in the league, like better than Jokic, better than Embiid, all them dudes.
He's the best big in the league. He said y'all gonna hate me for this. I think it's Cat.
Yeah, he don't even believe that. He deadline. That's just like when he said, like, yeah, like, y'all don't know, but like, James Harden got that step back from me. Remember when he said that? He was like, yeah, like we were practicing, and I was like, hey, James.
He did say that.
Man, you can't even. This man, you give this man a mic, he just gonna be straight line. He just really gonna be looking out for himself and like his dudes. Because I remember he was out, yeah, but he was also out there saying that the Harden should get the Supermax or whatever. I remember saying that too. But yeah, so now it's just because they're teammates or ex-teammates, whatever. And he got on his pod that he's gonna hype him up, but ain't no way he believes that.
That's exactly what.
Yeah, and like, there's changing the game to me is like, you either one at an extremely high level that people are just like, gonna remember you for like how great or winner you were at your position, something like that, or you like literally change the way people play the game, or you like you did something, like you have like a very iconic part of your game, right? Mm-hmm. It's got to be like one of those things. It has to be something that's memorable. And bro, you are so freaking forgettable as an NBA player. Like, we go down the list of big guys before we get to you. It's gonna be crazy. Like, you will be lost to time, right? Like, the era is not gonna remember you unless you start stepping up and changing the narrative on like how you were viewed as a player, how you play your game. Like, you were viewed as a very weak and like soft big guy that like doesn't like to bang, doesn't like to get down low, falls away from like minimal contact, likes to fade away on shots a lot, loves to take jump shots, but doesn't really like to do any of the hard work. Not a good defender. Like, yeah, like you've never been that guy. I don't know. I feel like I said, I think I told you this before. Like, I only think he's talking about that because he hasn't done a lot of winning. He's not in those conversations. And so he's trying to put himself in those conversations by like, saying something about himself in a way that's like, because he it's kind of to me saying that you don't think you're going to be able to do it in any other way. Because a lot of times people don't have to say that they do it with their game, right?
Yeah.
Guys don't say.
Like Curry changed the game.
Yeah. A lot of guys that like say that like they have that talk or mentioned like that, they're usually not the ones saying those things, right? Usually like a narrative that's being told by other people, like this person changed the game, this person did this person brought this in, or it's just facts. Like
Yeah.
it's not even something that you have to actually state. Like it's self-evident. This happened, and other people are doing it, right? And so, like, yeah, it's a terrible. That to me was worse. I actually thought that was even worse than him saying his ridiculous thing about the Timberwolves, them making the play-in or whatever, or playoffs, was more impressive than the Nuggets winning the championship. I actually think that was even worse.
Well, nah, actually, I think that one was worse because at least like he has time left in his career to make that a reality. Like, even though I don't think he will, he has time left in his career.
I guess because he said technically when I hang them up and I retire.
So maybe
I guess.
he can possibly have another level to get to, or he can be in a winning position. Different things that change the narrative around himself, something like that. But the part in the video when he said, what they did with the Timberwolves was more impressive than what the Nuggets did. Like, how y'all winning a playing game, celebrating like y'all won the freaking Super Bowl, then choking away several games in the first round and losing in the first round is more impressive than the Nuggets winning a freaking championship, dude. Like this, that's insane. That's anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the count. So with all that being said,
yeah. So after all that, we're talking about Cat versus Beal.
you who you want?
Man, give me Beal. Slightly.
Oh wait, I'm tripping. Okay. DeMar DeRozan.
How old is Beal right now? Beal is like what? He's
Bill's
like
like
30
29.
now.
Oh, he about to turn 30, one of the two. But he's like 29.
Yeah, he's. Man, I think you're right. Yeah, he is 29.
He's about to turn 30 in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and DeRozan's 33. I mean, like, DeRozan is notoriously not a good playoff performer.
Yeah.
Has a lot of question marks, but like, I can't really give much to Beal's credit on the playoff side either. And like, DeRozan has had some good playoff performances, at least. And the regular season goes, you could argue he's been better than Beal, like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for a while. I mean, right now, I'm probably gonna say DeRozan. Like, he's been more impactful to win, at least in the regular season, which that's really the best thing we can compare between the two at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's tough because I do kill. I really don't like how limited of a 3-point threat DeRozan is, but yeah, he is still a master of the mid range, still a really good finisher. Probably playmaking, they're probably comparable, about the same.
Okay. Let's see. DeMar DeRozan's teammate, Zach LaVine.
I'm gonna say LaVine too.
Okay.
I'm gonna say LaVine too.
What about Vucevic?
Oh, hell no. Nah.
Okay. Jimmy Butler.
Give me Jimmy.
All right. What about Bam?
Bam as well.
Okay.
Especially after this past season, he showed me a little something. So
Right.
but yeah. Bam.
What about Luka?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Kyrie.
I almost want to say yes for sure, but then like I'm thinking about all the other factors with Kyrie.
Yeah.
But But yeah, I'm gonna say Kyrie.
Okay. Laurie Markkinen.
This is where things start to get tough because Lowry really, it's really all this season. It's like so much about how real, legit was this season, or how much fugazi it was. Of course, like he was very consistent for much of the year, so there is a level that he's at that he's really good. The question is just like, is he really that good? If he duplicates what he did last season next year and going forward, like even 95% of that, then yeah, I'm taking Lowry. 90% of that, I'm taking Lowry. I just like the things I'm so tough. Just some of the things like if I was the Suns, would I rather have Markkinen? I think absolutely. I think I would rather have Markkinen, especially fit wise as well. Because as good as Beal is, like Beal is, they got 3 guys that can give you 30 now. But Beal, like, he gets his 30. He gets a lot of shots. He's a volume guy for sure. And he's not exactly the most efficient dude either. Like, he'll have nights where he's efficient, but he's very, like, he could be a little bit over the place as well with his shot.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, like now playing in this role though, he's gonna be getting a lot of open looks, a lot of catch and shoots, probably more. So I expect his efficiency to go up. But I feel like Lowry was already efficient this year, and he was the number 1 option on that team, and his efficiency was it was elite. And I feel like he would also he's younger, being on that team, he probably is gonna also get a lot of easy, wide open shot opportunities. He's also bigger, can finish in the paint better, can be help you out more on the glass. I'm gonna say Lauri Markkanen, and I would say I would rather have him even in that same situation that Beal got traded to.
Okay. Pascal Siakam.
Desto. Got a question.
Okay.
Which is your somebody just posted? Which is your team? I don't know exactly, but I'm sure that's probably for both of us. I'm guessing it's for both of us. Somebody just asked.
I'm a Lakers fan.
Yeah, and I'm a Rockets fan. But yeah, right now we just going over all the we're going over the Suns trade, Bradley Beal, and
we're basically doing like a would you rather, but with the whole NBA, like to see where Drew ranks Beal as a player right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell him the number that he's at.
Yeah, don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What was I saying? I'm not sure he's a top 30. I would say maybe not even top 25. But yeah, let's continue. But I'm taking Lowry. Taking Lowry over him.
All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Phone number. Oh wait, wrong tab. All right, Pascal Siakam.
Give me Pascal. Yes, sir. I'm taking Pascal right now.
All right. Tyrese Halliburton.
A lot younger. I don't think he's going to be much better than what he already is. I think he's a very good player, but I think that his room for improvement. I think that there's some things he could improve, but I don't know if he's actually that far off his best capability. I'm sure he can get better as a defender probably, and he maybe can become a better shot creator to some degree, but I feel like his shot limits him. How his shot is still limits him somewhat in that degree.
Yeah, funky release.
Yeah, Beal is still probably a better shot creator, scorer or whatever, just pure scoring, getting buckets. But yeah, Halliburton though is way more efficient, way more consistent with his efficiency as well. Much better passer, playmaker, leading the offense. He's better in that regard. I'm gonna say Halliburton. And then when he was healthy this year, the Pacers were on pace to be a much better team. Like
Yeah, they were.
than even like the Wizards when Beal was healthy. So I'm gonna take Halliburton. I'm gonna take him now, and it's the health. The health is a little bit of a factor to it, but the youth, like his age, is also a big factor in it as well. It was one of the reasons that was making me hesitant when I was thinking about the Garland thing, but I still feel like I want to see more from Garland,
Yeah.
especially because Garland isn't the best player on that team. It's Mitchell, and you could argue that he's not even the second best player on that team. I don't think he is. I think it's probably Allen. But yeah. So I'm gonna say Halliburton on that one.
Okay. Paulo Banchero.
I'll give me Beal, but I feel like Paulo has the potential to get there. But at this current stage, now like Paulo's still way less efficient and has a lot of issues as far. Yeah, I'm gonna say Beal.
All right, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, no doubt.
Ja. Ja Wick.
Yeah, we gonna get into Ja Wick.
Yeah.
Chapter 5. Ja Wick chapter 5. But yeah, I'm gonna say Ja, just because like, yeah, Ja is just a much better one. I do feel that like, though we do look at that situation, would I rather have, and Ja is like significantly better as a one to me, and like his with his playmaking, he's just way more dynamic in transition. His ability to take over games, I feel like he's had more high level performances in the last 3 years than Beal has, and so yeah, I'm just saying like based off that, like I may want Beal more as my number 2 on the team. Like if I'm the Suns, yeah, I probably would want Beal more than Ja. I would say that, but
yeah.
But yeah,
well, I don't know.
Maybe not actually. You know what? Because they don't really have a point guard either.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know what? Nah, I gotta think about that actually. And Ja actually, nah. You know what? I'm actually I don't know how I feel about that. You're probably right. Because I'm gonna say Ja though. I'm gonna say Ja.
Okay. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson Jr. You're arguably the best defender in the league. I don't think he is, but top 3.
So you would rather Jaren Jackson over Bradley Beal?
Neither one of those guys. Okay, so this is where things get funny. So yeah, Beal would still be better as the number 1 on my team, but I'm looking at it in the vein that I looked at it when I was talking about, I guess, like Jaylen Brown and Bradley Beal. I don't feel like either one of them you're really going to do much with them as the number 1. But I do think that Jaren Jackson as a secondary option, even third option, which is going to be the case for Bradley Beal, way more impactful potentially. And including on this situation on the Suns team, that's exactly what they could probably use over Ayton, even because Ayton, has just been very inconsistent and like didn't even want to be there. Seemed like, so that's a part of it. I'm gonna say Jaren Jackson. Like he affects the game in more ways. So yeah, I'm going straight off of impact. At least in the regular season, it's no question. In the playoffs, like he's had some big defensive performances. Offensively, even he's had some big performances, or relatively. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jaren Jackson Jr. Although that one might be a little bit.
Okay.
That one's a little bit close, but yeah. But I just feel like for me, as much as I like Beal, no, you can see.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like as much as I like Beal, like I just don't. I'm skeptical as far as how big of a, impact is this for the Suns. I'm not on the camp that I feel like. I mean, I guess it is a super team. Don't get me wrong, it's a super team, but like I am skeptical on how this one's gonna play out a little bit. I still feel like there's some question marks. Of course, like with their depth and things like that, how they're going to fill out the rest of the roster. I guess Book is really their point guard now. it's pretty much point guard book. I guess that they all can kind of create a little bit for others, but yeah, I don't think that like Beal is necessarily like I have to see him in this situation because I don't necessarily think it's an ideal fit either. But so yeah, I think that's part of my skepticism on why I would take somebody like that as well.
Okay.
But yeah,
And I have 2 wild card names for you.
okay.
Hold on. This is why KD teams go all out, make small changes. I mean, I don't know. That has been seemed like the theme for his past 2 teams. I'll say that, but hey, man, let's go big or go home. I guess
What's funny is I guess the team that you could say made small changes was that post Kyrie trade. I guess you could say, right? Like
yeah. And then
he just
and then he won it out.
yeah, he wanted out, got hurt right after. But yeah, like that team had like depth. It had, Mikal Bridges, which was I'm tripping now. They traded him for Mikal Bridges, but they had like a lot of 3-and-D guys. Versatility.
They got Mikal. They got Cam Johnson.
So I mean,
Dorian Finney-Smith. They had got Jay Crowder too, but they ended up trading Jay Crowder.
But yeah,
two wild card names for you to wrap up this Bradley Beal list. 1, Jalen Green. I you not think about this, man.
Jalen Green, man, give me Jalen Green. Now, of course, is Bradley Beal better right now? Yes, he's better.
Okay,
right
well, that's what the list is.
Yes,
who's better?
Yes.
Okay,
but like you're right. No, you're right. If we're talking about who I think is going to be better next season,
you really think he's gonna be better by next season?
Hey man, I don't. Hey, I have a good feeling, but no, you know what? No, I'm gonna say Bradley Beal. You're right. I'm playing a little bit, but I do think he's gonna. I think in very soon he's gonna be better than him. It's a matter of time.
All right. And last name. Wait, did I add? Yeah. Victor Wembanyama. He's technically not in the league yet, but
I mean, this guy. I mean, yeah, I guess right now Beal, but it's like, man, that's such a. You can't be using him. Come on, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd rather have Victor Wembanyama just to like see what he's going to become, what he can turn out as, because I know what Beal is, and Beal is he's a second tier star, maybe not even second tier. No, he's second tier. Yeah, but he's like mid second tier star. Or whatever, so
all right, so right now,
hold up. This could be a reasonably possible starting 5. KPJ, Tyrese, Booker, Wait, what?
KPJ,
Naz Reid,
Tyrese who?
Tyrese, not Halliburton.
Right? Not Maxey.
I'm tripping right now. Who's he talking about? Tyrese who? You're gonna have to clarify on that one, man. But who would they be getting?
Booker, Kate. Where's Beal?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What is this? What is this? 2K?
Nah, man, you tripping right now. but yeah, I was like, how do they get kissed? I'm like, okay, like, so we trading KPJ to the Suns for like, what's going on?
All right, so I pretty much went through every NBA team.
That ain't happening, man.
Like the best players on their team. Halliburton, nah, he's staying. And as of right now, you got Bradley Beal ranked as the 35th best player in the league. I went through the best players on each team.
Wait, was that really 35?
Yeah.
God damn,
35.
man. Okay.
It was 35.
The only ones that I felt like
unless I actually counted Jalen Green.
Well, no, you might have, but I mean, still, that's well over 30. The only ones that I really thought like he's not Jalen Green, he's better than Jalen right now. But like, the only ones I really like seriously like might question was like DeRozan, and I think it was I really think it was just DeRozan and somebody else.
It was a handful of those that you said that I questioned. Like,
Yeah.
let's see, let's go to it.
Well, no,
It
I know
was
you.
Jaylen
I know
Brown,
you. Yeah, you
for
question
sure.
more of those. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, you have
it was
you
Jaylen
have the
Brown,
list.
it
Did you just tag the number of people, or you have the list right here? You have the list or something, or no?
no. I just tagged the number of people.
Okay, because I was gonna
I
say.
tagged the number of people,
Okay.
but I'm looking back at the teams.
I was gonna
it's a few of
say.
them that you,
Yeah, I should have wrote them down because I was gonna tell you. I was gonna ask you which ones would you take issue with? Like which ones
so
do you disagree with?
I'm going back through them right now. So Jaylen Brown, Mikal Bridges, DeRozan, Halliburton,
Okay. Yeah, out of those, the only ones like I
Oh
might be-
shit! I didn't even say Dame. Of course, Dame.
Oh snap! Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
give me Dame
Dame.
too.
Yeah, Dame.
Give me Dame too. Damn.
Yeah.
What the?
Of course. So that's you for sure at 35 now. But I'm not questioning Dame at all.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think.
Markkinen.
I'm trying to think who. Like, did you miss? You said Tatum for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Markkinen.
Who else did you like? I feel like you might have not named somebody that maybe I'm tripping.
I think that may be about it. Alex Caruso. No, just playing. you forgot to say Alex Caruso, Drew. No, just playing.
Like don't.
But yeah, I mean, I think
there's
it's reasonable to say he's somewhere between like 25 and 35. Like best players in the league.
Yeah.
He's somewhere around that area.
Out of those questionable ones, I really think the only ones that I would like I could be swayed on. I might change my mind is like the Halliburton, DeRozan, and Marketing, because that Marketing's really it's really just this 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to but like it was a really good 1 year. But like if he like, you never know. Like it could be an anomaly and he could just like come back down to earth and it was like, so but those three. But that would still put him outside the top 30 for me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and also I'm not sure. I think he's better than this person right now. But I'm not sure like if I would like just do a trade straight up for them. It's a Maxey. Like he's better than Maxey right now, but I'm not sure Maxey won't be better than him in like 2 years. Or like so I'm like, I don't know if
maybe.
Yeah. But
I forgot to ask you one last name before we move forward. Austin Reeves.
Bradley Beal. Not even look, get out of here. he ain't that yet. Come on now. The Lakers would probably even no. I mean no, Lakers.
Nah, hell no. No, sir. Not for that. Not for that $50 million.
Oh yeah, I forgot about his money. Yeah. That's the only reason why the Lakers wouldn't do it, because the money.
Yeah, no, sir. All right. But yeah, man, the Suns formed a new big three in the league, new super team. I think they still got some things to figure out with their roster though, before we can really see what they'll be. They still got to figure out some things with DeAndre Ayton. But yeah, man, the NBA offseason just getting started. Let's move forward to some other off-season things, and we can start with one of Drew's favorite movies of all time, John Wick.
Yes, sir. Chapter 5.
So Ja Morant, he just received his suspension from the league, 25 games, for the incident involving the IG Live post when he pulled out the Glock or whatever, may have been a fake gun. We don't know. But yeah, he was only suspended 25 games. I think what you said is gonna be about what
yeah, I thought it was gonna be 15. And so yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, you said it was about 15. Some people say it's gonna be the whole season. I didn't think it was gonna be that.
I never thought it was gonna be that. Yeah, I started to question a little bit my 15 game prediction when I saw that interview that that Silver did. Because
Yeah.
that interview, like Silver was like he was
But
giving up.
He kind of made it seem like he was gonna like lay down the hammer or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, nah, this man, he about to do something else. But before that, I was thinking it was gonna be 15. But yeah, I feel like the thing that was the funniest thing about that was the whole. Did you see that toy gun thing?
Yes,
Like, bro, this
and
man.
it was with the lighter. Like it was it's supposed to be a gun, but it was a fake gun. It was a lighter. He sent the video to his family. Somehow the video got leaked. I don't know. I don't know.
Man, this man, that was hilarious. But yeah, I just like. Did you get to see like the Silver's comments on John Morant or no?
No,
Like, I'm trying to remember. Like it was where was it? But yeah, it was killing me. Oh, here we go. Because it was just so it was so subtle the way he did it. Like he was kind of joking, but like he said it in like a matter that made me be like, man, like he about to do more than just 15 games. I'm gonna see if Dev knows what I'm talking about because he might have seen this too.
what up, Dev?
Man, I'm at work and I see Bill get traded to the Suns. Like, what? For me, I'm like, for the Suns, I'm happy for Bradley Beal because he's out there. But for the Suns and Wizards, I'm like, this doesn't. All right, the Wizards are tanking. Okay, but Phoenix,
hold on.
he doesn't fit on his team at all. He doesn't solve your problems I had in the postseason. He's a great scorer, great off-ball guy. But who's running point? Who's going to be your point attack? I mean, who's going to bring the rim pressure? And who is going to be their defender? Like that's a problem with the Phoenix Suns. Hello, chat. Big screen. I feel like I'm looking good.
Go ahead, man. Take your shit, dude. Take your
And
shit.
like anything, I love the trade. One, the narrative's already nasty. Remember what I told y'all about another episode? But the narratives, they're already nasty, man.
Oh yeah.
Especially for KD, it's gonna be bad. If they lose in the second or first round, terrible, man.
You already know.
And I didn't. What was y'all take? I didn't hear it. Y'all probably already went over and talked about it. What was y'all take on the trade real quick? I just got here.
Yeah, no, yeah, we were just talking about the trade, like what went on, the how weird it was, you know, that the Suns gave up only that little amount for that caliber of player.
Yeah, I'm about to say they didn't rob them. I'm like to say they must have them at gunpoint. I'm like, nah,
yeah,
no way.
I still feel like they have a lot of the same problems they had last season. So we're gonna see as far as what the depth is. I guess Aiden's gonna be traded maybe for role players. I don't know what's gonna happen with Aiden.
My homeboy said trading Chris Paul to the Suns is devious. I'm like, that's funny. I think they're gonna waive Chris Paul because I don't know if you guys are into the draft or like prospects or all that. I think they're going after Anthony Black. And I think that'll be a good fit for the Wizards because he'll be a point guard in the future. He has a lot of high. If you watch him, he has high potential defensively. Probably the best guard defender in the draft. Good playmaker. His jump shot not there, but he reminds me of Penny Hardaway. If you watch his game, 6'7" guard. That's what he reminds me of.
Hold up, what?
Penny Hardaway.
His play style.
Because I'm about to be like, okay, like
I don't think he'll be as good as him, but he has high defensive potential. His jump shot not there. That's the only thing. He's like this draft class has a lot of hit boom or bust potential guys. I feel like they have like these 10 boom or bust players. That's how good I feel like this draft class is.
yeah, I feel like you already know.
Like at least three. I feel like at least three become superstars.
Drew loves Emmett Thompson.
Me too.
No, I'm playing. I don't love him.
I love him. I like
yeah,
him.
no, but he's definitely
He's
one
the
of
biggest one. He's the biggest boom or bust.
He is OD boom or bust. Like when you say boom or bust, that's who I'm thinking of.
Him, Brandon Miller, Black, yeah. But honestly, I'm surprised he got 25. I thought it was gonna be more. The way everybody typing up seeming like that, 25 is like I'm not gonna say it's light or anything, but I'm most definitely surprised. I thought it was gonna be more than 25 games because that's not. I don't think that's even a quarter of the season if my math is right.
No, it's not.
Well, no,
No. It is a
more
quarter
than
season.
it's
I'm
more
tripping.
than
Yeah,
a-
Okay,
because 82 games. So you're right.
Let's see.
It is
Let's
more.
say Memphis starts out. I think Memphis can still be serviceable to make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna like tank, fall down low. I think they'll still be like in like 7 through 10 range. They'll still be very serviceable with that team coming
Yeah,
back healthy.
and we believe that because we've seen them do it like and
Mhm.
for like the better part of 2 years. Like they've been able to have good records without him. So we're gonna see. 25 games though is a good chunk. But I guess
season, but they've been able to, like Drew said, like
they
not
said
even
Tyus
not even
Jones.
be competent. They actually been like good.
Yeah.
Without
Like,
John.
I think they're like 17-5 around them like last year or the year before that or something.
The year before, yeah.
The year before they were really good without him.
Yeah. And now that remember Brandon Clark come back healthy, Steven Adams come back healthy, and they do pretty good, well in the draft. Good bench, very well coached. They're defensive team, so defensive teams will always kind of be like serviceable in the regular season. I want to be in Miami. I'm not gonna lie. Being in Miami would have been nice.
Yeah, I actually I thought that's where he was going to go, and I thought it would have been more interesting if he was there. This right here, it's another.
That was a more realistic trade, I thought. I mean,
it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I mean that would have been the trade if it wasn't for what was likely collusion, like we talking about. But we gonna see if anything comes from that because
they out here playing 2K, man. I'm just like, dang.
Yeah. Did you see that, Dev? That like the CEO of the Suns is the son of the agent for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I saw this. Like, I heard something like they had relations like CEO, this, that, and whatever. I'm like, damn. So maybe they just did him a favor or something like that.
Oh, they no doubt about it. He got did a favor because
like,
look what the trade was.
Yeah, and I'm like the trade. I'm like, dang. So they just gave up a bag of chips and
it wasn't like you would think that like maybe Aiden would have to be involved or something like that.
No Aiden, like
no Aiden, no first round picks.
I'm like that tax, whatever that luxury tax is, gonna hit them hard because someone just said that the third best player on the team is making the most money.
Yeah, low key. Tobias Harris.
Like that's crazy, and I like Beal because Beal went healthy. I don't know where his player ranking is. I think he's in the Zach LaVine range. Zach LaVine.
So we just before you did it, we counted.
Exactly
we went through all the players in the league.
What is that? Oh no, Dev, did you hear like with Destin talking? Did you hear any of us going over like we were trying to rank? I was trying to rank Bradley Beal in the league.
I can't think of the top of my head because he was hurt this year. He averaged 30. What did he average 30 the year before? Or
I had him. Destin just went over the players. I mean, he had me. It was 35.
What was his efficiency that year?
I don't think it was very good. Let me see.
You know, it's crazy. He was actually shooting well from the rim like crazy this year.
Beal?
Yeah. He had like a high crazy percentage from the rim. He was like finishing really, really good. Like
his efficiency this year was actually good. No, I'm tripping. It was
like for guards, I think he led the league like in finishes for the guards.
Yeah, it was last year that it was down, but like this year he actually was 50% from the field, 36% from three, 84th line. I mean, he was efficient this year. He was good.
All right, let me see. He averaged 23 on 45 versus 3-point. 30%. It was his 3-point shot was down last year. Oh, it was the year before. It was 2020. It was 2021. He averaged 30. That was on 40, 34. Yeah, that's most definitely his best season. He 35%, 48 from the field. Oh, he averaged 30 back-to-back. So Beal, he's a bucket guy. Doesn't bring much defense. Great off-ball player. He's most definitely a number 2 guy. I think he's most definitely serviceable as a number 2 guy. Because we see, like, when he was playing with John Wall, that's when he was, like, utilized the best, in my opinion. I think if he's on like a contending team, his value is gonna be shown much more. Like that's why I feel like if he was in Miami or Milwaukee or a Boston or somewhere, his value can be shown a lot more. Or next to Luka, like his value, I feel like he's a better fit next to Luka than Kyrie, in my opinion. Not Kyrie's a better player, but I feel like because Bradley Beal's used to playing with a ball dominant guard.
Yeah, you're right. He's
with Russ and John Wall. So I think he's top. Just to be safe, I'm gonna say he's top 35, top 40.
Yeah, I had him. So yeah, I had him 35. I had him 35, and the three players that I was iffy on in that 35 that I put over him was it was DeRozan,
Yeah,
it was Halliburton, and it was Markkanen. Those three.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's hard to rank Beal because he's been hurt like back-to-back years too.
But yeah.
Dang, man. I remember this comparing Ray Allen. Actually, you shooting his 3-point shot. Oh,
it's been kind of not. It's been kind of a little bit over the place.
Oh,
he's a good 3-point shooter.
In 2016, he was hitting 40%.
Yeah. He's had more seasons where he's been.
But then again, I'll see his. To be fair, his volume did go up, so that's why his percentages went down. To be fair,
yeah.
In these years, I didn't know Bradley Beal played 82 games back-to-back seasons. Then he started getting. Then 2020 came, and went down to 57. He used to be durable.
Yeah, let me.
He had some few. I think like hamstring injuries like last season.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years he's been kind of.
Yeah, man, them hamstrings, the track run, them hamstrings ain't no joke.
Really, the last he been missing a lot of time actually. Of late.
Honestly, injuries like hamstrings, the muscle injuries are the most annoying because they're lingering. Like you can feel good, then you run on it or do something, then they'll reactivate like this because
it can tighten up on you, and then
soft tissues injuries. And that's why I always said to people like I'd rather have a bone injury than like a ligament or something like that. Because once the bone heals, it's healed. And it's like you can like get back to it. It's like it's easier for me to recover from that. Cause I can feel that, where it's like those long lingering injuries that can come on and off, it takes more time. Those are more annoying.
Really, somewhat. It depends, I think, on the severity though. Like if because if the bone injury is like you broke your leg, like PG or something.
No. I'm talking about like the Curry thumb injury, like that.
Okay, like a fracture.
Yeah, or like Tyler here, like a fracture, not completely broken, a fracture. Yeah, I be forgetting it's different levels to it.
Yeah. Now, I was this was the silver comment I was talking about from before they came out with suspension.
Buddy,
Adam
Sandler, absolutely, Commissioner, absolutely. You know what? I'm going to get Sandler to do a PSA for the NBA on an anti-carrying program.
Thank you. It could have a double meaning, by the way.
Yeah, the Ja Morant anti-carrying. Absolutely. I got it, Commissioner. Hey, I know you got a busy day. Thank you for taking time.
Thanks, Dan.
That's Adam Silver, NBA Commissioner.
Yeah, you see how he said it kind of laughing, but like,
yeah.
If you watch his face, he was kind of like joking, but he was actually kind of serious. Like we saw the end of it, he's like, nah, like
I can have a double meaning.
Yeah, anti-carrying.
Nah, he was right. Hold on, what we? Oh yeah, yeah. So, you think like 25 was right? Was that too much, too little, just enough? Some people said like it should have been more. I think it was right.
I think it's fine. I would have been cool with like 15 to 20. I still think 15 would have been fine because I feel like that would have gotten through to him. I guess 25 is gonna definitely get through to him. That's a whole quarter of the season. But I feel like a second suspension, regardless, was gonna get through to him. I think having it be an extra 10 more games than that. I know, like I was arguing with one of my friends because he was like, "Man, how he get more than Mikal Bridges or whatever?" Because Mikal Bridges like under the radar, really not really reported much, but he got 20 games, I believe.
They got 30.
Was it 30?
Yeah, he got 30.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so he got 30 officially.
Oh,
I guess
Miles Bridges.
I'm tripping. Miles Bridges. My bad, Mikal Bridges. I'm out here. I'm out here. My bad, man. No, yeah, you're right. Miles Bridges. But yeah. So yeah, he got 30. But him, like, we know his whole situation was like it was way worse. But and so yeah, my friend was arguing with that. But I'm like, but technically it was a year he got. They didn't officially suspend him though. But like he was unofficially, kind of away from the team. I think it was a team enforced thing. But so like in a way, I feel like I still, if I'm Silver, I would suspend him for the year. Because he even said in his comments that it wasn't like he basically said, Silver said from himself that the thing that like happened last year with him not playing, that was not him. That was not suspension by the league. Like Silver basically admitted that. He basically said it was the Hornets organization basically did that. Like they basically, suspended him indefinitely for the year. Unofficially, it wasn't like an NBA thing. And I'm like, you know what? Like, if I'm the league, whenever he's available to like come back and play by the team, I'm suspending him for a whole season. I don't care, at least. And
really?
yeah, because like what he did to me, nah, man. Like, I'm sorry, like because like we talk about like the NFL and like the whole issue they had with like players hitting women and stuff like that. And they've been giving dudes like in domestic violence stuff, like I feel like 5-6 games, right? Yeah, like no, like I know like in that league it's a 16-game season, so I feel like maybe the NBA is trying to do their equivalent, like, oh, we're gonna do 30 games because that's also like a quarter of the season, right? But like, nah, to me, like that should be way more than that. If you're giving somebody like Ja 25 games, I don't care if he unofficially was out of season. You get him 25 games for an image of having a gun. Let's be honest. He still didn't break no law. He still didn't beat anybody up. I agree he should be suspended. I agree that what he's doing is, reckless and stupid, and you can protect the image. But like, if you care about the image, I need to see the same energy, more so when we're talking about somebody like Miles Bridges, who just like probably has been repeatedly beating up his, I guess I don't even know if he's married to her, but his significant other at the time, and also like his kid seeing some of this and all that stuff, that being all up in the public conversation, like, nah, to me, he should have been suspended like a hefty amount. And so, yeah, I would have said a year, or like, how much did Ron Artest get for that brawl in the Mouse in the Palace? That was a full season, right? Hey, Dustin, you there? What's going on? Hey, Deb, you there? Oh, wait. Hey, Dustin, you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Like,
yeah, my thing glitched.
Okay, but now, like I was saying, like how much did Ron Artest get for the Mouse of Palace? I think he got the whole year, right? Or was I think it was 70. Year. Yeah, so it was the whole year. So yeah, I'm like, if I'm not giving him the whole year, I'm giving him like 70 games or something crazy,
You talking about Bridges?
Yeah, I'm getting him something. Yeah, because like, how can we come hard on Ja and this be so in the public conversation? The conversation for Miles Bridges has barely been half that much.
Oh, I said something earlier. It's all because of expectations and perception on certain players. It's like similar to why people don't criticize Jimmy Butler's game like they do Tatum, because they don't hold Tatum the same expectation with Ja. They push Ja. I'm not saying with Ja and Miles, because what Miles did is worse and like this, that, and other. But they push Ja to they want Ja to be on the face of the league and all this stuff. And Jaws, the highlight this, that. And Miles Bridges, the NBA don't really, not say they don't really care, but it's like, I don't know. No, but he looks crazy. It's kind of sad because I was looking at stats. He had a breakout year because he went from 12 points to 20 points.
Oh, he had a breakout year, all right.
Oh, yeah, he had a breakout year, but he was really good that year in Charlotte. And then he
was about to get paid, though.
He was about to get paid, and he messed it up for himself. And like, I don't know what's his future like. if the case, if I don't honestly, I don't even hear anything. It's a court case. If he's gonna come back and leave, he's banned. Like it's literally just been crickets, nothing.
Yeah, no, but not like now. It's it's supposedly it's confirmed now, right? It was official, right? He's 30 games, right, this year, right?
I guess so. But if he comes back,
Bridges.
do you trade him? Like, let's say if you're Charlotte and you're rebuilding, do you trade Miles Bridges to become a better team? Obviously, a new ownership because well, I don't know. I'm not even saying he has bad value. I don't know what his value is because he hasn't played the whole season. But
Okay, so
I don't know. I don't know. Charlotte's in in a weird place right now. I don't know what Charlotte needs to do.
So for
Maybe
Miles Bridges, it was 30 games, but technically they already gave him 20 games time served, so he's only gonna miss 10 games to start next season.
Really? Wow.
So, yeah, I was.
He missed it. Well, he missed a year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know exactly when they started counting the games served. I guess they must have That's interesting. Yeah, the league will consider 20 games already served, meaning the forward will be suspended for 20 games. No, he'll be considered. Yeah, he'll be suspended for 10 games to start the 2024 season. Huh. And see, this was just barely a report. There wasn't barely any media talk coverage. I didn't see this all over ESPN. Where the hell was First Take and all these other dudes talking about Miles Bridges?
They don't listen, man.
Exactly.
Pick and choose.
Yeah, no. To me, this is Silver kind of getting off easy with this one because to me, I would be hitting him the hard questions on this.
So I'd be like, he's the master weaver, man. You know, he like, well, the NBA and the handshake. What's handshaking got to do about this? And shout out to different nuggets. What do you get to
Yeah, but not.
To be a commissioner, you got to be a professional politician, man.
Yeah, but you could be a politician or whatever all you want. To me, it would be a good look to me to come down hard on Miles Bridges.
Yeah, true. And I understand that. And I understand that everything needs to be publicized. And I understand if you have a punishment and ready, then I kind of if I was commissioner, I don't want everything publicized. But hey, we're gonna handle the situation, and once the information come out, the punishment we'll do like this. Doesn't have to be too much drama because we already know what happened.
This is why I say this is the only reason why I say I would come down, and I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't because he's actually been, for the most part, seeming consistent on trying to come down hard on people for stuff, and so I'm like, he's really gonna only, I guess, give him 30 games now, so and 10 games time served off last year. To me, if anybody should know, it's the fact that you've seen the NFL make a mistake here. They were suspended. They set a precedent of suspending guys too short for stuff like this,
or too long.
And, no, really for too short.
No, I'm not talking about I'm talking about for certain instances they suspend people too short for the domestics, and someone will have let's say a weed, smoke weed, not out of facilities, and then suspend them for a year. So you rather have
for
that's what I mean. It's inconsistencies or it's inconsistencies with certain players. That's what I mean. It's how is domestic violence not getting the same treatment or even worse because that's a more serious crime. That's the worst image, and that's actually a terrible person versus smoking weed. If you're doing it in a facility, I understand that. That's different. But if you're at home and you're let's say that's the thing. If I'm a manager and let's say you're the manager and I'm smoking weed at home, I don't think it's affecting versus me hitting my wife.
No, yeah, and it's the whole weed thing is only because they have it in their they have a substance abuse policy or something like that. If anybody tests for weed, they get suspended. It's in there. It shouldn't even be a rule to me.
It's just certain morals companies that should automatically be the R word. That's just a big no for me. There's certain morals that should be automatic. Sit down. Domestic, R word, murder. It's those are you know what I mean? Those are certain. Those things are
Wait. You think somebody should be suspended for the R word? What do you think?
Kicked out, in jail.
Wait.
Oh yeah, of course.
If they did that to someone else, if they did that to someone else.
Oh wait. Oh, you mean if they? Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
You talking about Ben Roethlisberger
Yeah,
And
so like,
okay,
like
okay.
if it's
Okay.
like if it's been confirmed.
When you
like,
said
if it's been
R word, I was
confirmed.
thinking something completely different. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait.
like those, like
I'm
I
like,
think we
okay.
can all agree, like those are like
Yes.
the worst, like
Yes,
the horrible
yes.
offenses.
Absolutely.
Like I just don't agree. Like it's just like inconsistencies like I don't understand, and I don't want to get political in real life because I see like we've seen like some black people like get pulled over weed and they get the same prison sentence or like jail sentence as someone else of another color that did something significantly worse, like hit a, you know, and it's like inconsistencies. I want to bring it. I'm gonna keep it back some, but like I just don't understand leagues and the consistency, like what you said, like they don't come out harder. I just like, and I agree with you, not just Drew. Like I would love to have the conversation, like here, what's their process and all this, like how they break it down.
To me, I'm gonna say it right now because I actually think eventually we're gonna see like maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, it's gonna come back looking bad for the NBA, bad for Adam Silver. To me, they should have came down hard on Miles Bridges because now this is the precedent. This is the precedent.
Have you seen an incident like this happen before? If you can remember.
In the NBA, that's the thing. NBA never really had like a major issue with like domestic violence. It never was really there was nothing. I can't remember in recent memory anything like this happened. The most recent thing I can remember was Jay Kidd got into a domestic violence thing with his wife in like
that was
early
years ago.
Yeah, that was like early 2000s, but there was no video of anything, no social media around.
Yeah, social media.
So all we knew was that like he supposedly or he was allegedly had hit her.
Yeah,
but we don't know. But like with this thing, there's too much evidence.
Yeah,
right?
it's hella
there's too
evidence.
much. There's too much evidence, and not even just that. Like his kid was involved in the stuff. It was all over social media. I'm like,
Twitter.
So like to me, you set a precedent that you're gonna only do 30 games for this, right?
That makes sense. Actually, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So now, guess what? If somebody else comes out and does this again, like
is that 30 games?
Yeah.
Or
and now the freaking NBA PA can be like, oh, like wait, like this isn't fair. Like Miles Bridges only got this much time for it.
And
what he did was,
you think it could be like a potential? I'm not say sue, like teams to sue or something like that.
It could be a whole like I don't know. I feel like it opens a whole other can of worms. That would have been like you should just came down hard on him. But people gonna be like, damn, like this is what happens if you get involved in domestic violence with somebody. You get suspended for what, like a whole year or damn near a whole season.
Yeah,
that would be a wake up call. And to me, I'm surprised he didn't do it because I remember back when me and Justin talked about this way back when it happened. I thought the NBA was gonna make an example out of him because this dude is not a star player like that.
He's not. Yeah, he's
so like
not a star player.
He's like to me, it was like a layup for y'all to go hard on him to be like, you know what, we gonna go hard on this dude.
From like make him the example, make him the example.
Exactly, because it would be one thing. I thought it would be harder if it was like, damn, Luka Doncic just beat up his girlfriend.
That'd be crazy.
Like that would have been like, oh, snap.
LeBron,
what are they going?
Like LeBron James hit his wife.
No, don't even say that. Don't even say that. That league would freaking go. The league would fold.
The league would
if Savannah got beat up or something by LeBron, the league would go crazy, man. Nah, don't even say that.
No, Steph and LeBron got in any legal trouble. Oh my god,
man, league would be in trouble. Like they
would be in shambles. Like Adam Silver, man. Like Adam Silver would be like.
Yeah, but like to me, so like when it's somebody like Miles Bridges, who is not a star, like a really good role player, you could say, like a top tier role player, like somebody like that, you could make an example of because he's not a household name. Come down hard on him, and the people be like, oh shit, like let me not mess around and let me think before I act. Let me not get caught up and do something stupid and be suspended for a whole year and have my career threatened and all that stuff. But instead, like I guess he got suspended for a year technically, but I don't really count that because Silver's own mouth, he even said that it was not a league suspension. So I would have came down and made a statement for real. And so yeah, I feel like they dropped the ball on that, but we'll see if it comes back to bite them. I think it will because I think it's just a matter of time. Like someone's gonna probably get involved into another situation like this again. And hopefully it doesn't become, I feel like it just doesn't usually happen in the NBA, but we'll see.
All right. Hold on, you can hear me, Drew?
Oh yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, you were
like,
you were kind of freezing up a little bit, but
I was glitching out. All right, so the last thing, my bad, I was watching this other women's basketball game.
Oh wait, for real?
Okay, so yeah, it was
Who
the
was
Aces.
playing?
The
Okay.
Aces. But
Oh yeah, they capped
okay.
them.
Yeah, Emiliano. So potential draft trade. So it's a lot of teams looking to that's at the top of the draft. Not other than the Spurs, because everybody know the Spurs locked in. But who has the number 2 pick? It's the Trailblazers, right? Or
No, it's the Hornets.
The
number
Hornets.
2, and then Blazers
The
got number
Hornets.
3 pick.
Yeah. The Hornets have the number 2 pick. The Trailblazers have the number 3. There's other teams too looking to try to move into that. Some of the trades that I've seen is that the Pelicans really want to get Scoot. For them to get Scoot, they will have to get into the top 3, and they will likely have to be number 2. I'm not sure if the Hornets really want Scoot because they have their franchise point guard in LaMelo, but those 2 guys can probably play together if they choose to draft them. Or they can trade with Portland to get into the top 3. But Portland, they have been in talks to see if they're gonna keep Dame and move forward and try to use the pick to build more around him, or if they should just pull a plug on the whole Dame experience and blow it up. Personally, I think Trailblazers should keep the pick and move off of Dame. I think the time has come. Dame, I think you maximize what you could do in Portland with Dame. I'm not sure who you can bring in, what else, like what roster you can put together to actually be a real title contender in the West. And I think that's just what it is. I think they should keep that pick and trade them. I think that now that we see Bradley Beal has been moved to Phoenix, that's the trade that has to be done. Dame to Miami, I believe. I believe that'll be the next trade. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's probably the next trade. He already talked about him wanting to play with. He liked playing with Bam. I'm sure he enjoyed out there in Miami. That
he got asked a question about but I mean, to be fair to him, I guess they did specifically say, out of these 3 teams, I think it was. Would you rather? It was like I think it was Miami.
It
was like,
I don't know if they asked that.
Yeah, it was in the interview that he mentioned he like Bam's his guy, and look at where they are right now. It was like in the middle of the finals they asked him.
Yeah.
But it was Miami was one of the teams. It was I can't even remember the other teams right now.
It was the Nets.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's clamoring to go play for the Nets right now. That would be a very interesting.
He wants to play with Bridges.
Yeah, that would be a very interesting little addition, though. Like that would be even better than getting Beal. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, for me, you already know what I'm about to talk about. To me, I feel like out of the hypothetical things the Rockets could do with the 4th pick, I really don't want Amen Thompson, but I would be like, either we draft him or we trade the pick to Brooklyn and we give them the 4th. I would offer this. I don't know if they would actually bite, if they would do this. I would offer Brooklyn the pick plus Josh Christopher plus I don't know, let's say Kevin Martin Jr. and 2 of the 4 Brooklyn picks for Mikal Bridges. I would do a deal like that. I don't know if they'd actually bite it, but I would do that.
So you like giving them some of their picks back for Mikal.
Yeah, I think we got 4 of their picks, so I would give them 2 of their picks back. I think we got 4 of their picks remaining. I give them 2 of their picks back. I give them the 4th pick if they want Amen Thompson. If they would like that, we can draft him for him, whatever. But we'll give them the 4th pick in the draft, and we add to their rebuild. Like they're basically nowhere. Like they could potentially do something with that. I don't know, but like I don't know how much I know they value Mikal Bridges. I just don't know how much they actually believe in him as like a star or anything like that. But I would love to have him here alongside our young core. He's not young, but I think he's like still like 26. So he's not too old.
I think he. Well, I think he's about 27 or something like that. But
is he? But
yeah, but I mean, he's still a great player.
Probably, yeah, he's still like right in the middle of his prime. And yeah, he's 26. He's 26. But but he's probably gonna be 27 like in a few months. But yeah, so yeah, I would try and go after him because he's still, he has some potential. He's shown capabilities as as a scorer, as a somebody that can create his own offense. I don't think he's like gonna be a superstar or anything like that, but like all-star potential is definitely there. And I would love him in the backcourt alongside Jalen Green. I think he'd be a really good complementary fit. Very versatile defender. Yeah, I would make a considerable offer for him.
Yeah,
and I think like, hey, if they would bite, I would do that. I'd be like, hey, like we can get all those picks back. We can get the 4th pick in the draft. We have this guy that has a lot of potential in the draft with a lot of athleticism, and Amen Thompson. Who knows? He's young, could maybe even be better than Mikal Bridges is right now. Has a lot of defensive versatility.
They're gonna say, well, if that's the case, why you don't just keep
like we're looking for a vet. We're looking. we have a lot of young guys. We need a nice.
The reason I don't think they'll accept that because I think that because they've gotten some crazy offers from him. Like I think like last season, like they got somebody offered them 4 first-round picks for it was the Grizzlies, I believe. Yeah, they offered him 4 first-round picks for Mikal, and they still said no. So
I think ours will still be a better deal though. So we give you 2 young. Who knows what they're going to be. I mean, Cam Martin Jr. is like a decent role player. Whatever. He's not special. He's a decent role player. Josh Christopher, who knows? He could be a bust. Still, the jury's out on him. But he does have some potential still. But I feel like our picks are better though. Like we give them those picks back, and then we give them the 4th pick in the draft, which is better than like just getting any single regular first-round pick. Like you getting it's not an unprotected pick, 4th pick in the draft. I would do that. I would offer that. I don't know if there's any discussions like that, but like I would be looking to try and trade that pick and see who's available. And I feel like the Nets being able to get back what they lost for that Harden deal, because really we would just be punting on what we got for Harden to try. I mean, I wouldn't say we'd punting. We'd be basically giving it all back to get Mikal. But I don't know if they would bite, but I would entertain it. I would definitely, if I'm Raphael Stone, I'm trying to trade that pick first. I'm looking at all the options to trade that pick before I just lock in on Amen Thompson. Although I think that they're going to end up drafting him.
Do you think it's possible for the Rockets to move up?
Maybe. Maybe
like who's number 3?
Portland's number 3.
Okay, Portland. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it's just like,
no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think possibly 2, maybe.
Yeah. I still know. I don't know if they're going to be able to move up. I feel like whatever they would have to offer would just be, I don't know. I don't even know if there's anything that anybody would take. But they would probably have to offer like all the picks or something to get to move up to number. I mean, really, the only reason why they would move up to me would be to try to get Scoot. And if Scoot's going to be like going at number 2, then you'd have to see what Charlotte would offer. And I don't know I don't know. It's tough. So, yeah, but I think most likely they're going to end up. I think most likely they're going to end up drafting Amen, and we'll see. But I'm not writing off the possibility that the pick gets traded. I'm looking for all the rumors on if they're going to end up trying to trade the pick or if that becomes the thing that comes available. But yeah.
Let me see. Let me go back. That was the other one I was looking at. Okay, so the other trade thing I was looking at was who was it? Oh, the Hornets, they were because they're the number 3 pick. They were looking to try to trade their pick to get either Zion or Brandon Ingram. They had the number 3 pick. And like I said before, the Pelicans were looking to try to get Scoot. And they had Charlotte had the number 2 pick. Charlotte had the number 2 pick, and they were looking to try to get Scoot. And I think if that's what both teams want, it will work out in both sides. But if the Pelicans want Scoot, they have to come off one of their star players. So I don't know if you think it's a good deal on either side, but if you had to give up one of those guys to move into the top 2, who would it be?
It's tough. Probably Zion though. Probably Zion. Zion's a better player than Ingram. I still think that, but like the injury concern, the questions of his discipline. Is he going to be able to change his ways, maintain his physical limitations or whatever, stay underweight and things like that. And also I feel like was as far as fit wise, I feel like it would probably be better maybe having a Scoot alongside Ingram than Scoot alongside Zion. It's tough though, because I know Ingram also has had injury concerns of late too.
Yeah. He does.
But also at the same time, I don't know if I would do the Scoot trade if I'm the other side. I don't know if I would do the trade for Ingram.
Like the number 2.
I don't know if I would trade Scoot for Ingram. So I feel like if I'm them, I would probably rather have Zion as well, anyways. So yeah, I think that would probably be the most realistic deal. So I don't even think it really matters. I feel like if I'm them, I don't even do the pick I don't even do the trade unless it's Zion. You're trying to just go for the best potential pairing, I guess, with LaMelo, and I don't know. What do you think? What do you think on as far as that? What would you do? Who would you trade for? Or would you just keep the pick if it was an option? If it was if they were going to actually do a deal.
So if I had to choose one,
if you had to choose one, or also if you didn't, if you wanted to keep the pick and draft Scoot, what would you do? What would be your move or whatever on that? Would you make a trade to try and get one of those guys if it was available? Or would you just, go ahead and draft Scoot and see how things play out? Because I know you already have LaMelo, but
yeah, man, that's tough, bro. Because that's a backcourt of the future right there. Not gonna lie, they don't exactly fit perfect. I mean, it's two guys who they prefer to have the ball in their hand, not particularly good shooters. They're very dynamic in what they do. LaMelo's like a playmaker, shoots a 3 a lot, very flashy. He has high IQ, even though sometimes he makes some bonehead plays, but I mean, he's like a do-it-all point guard. And Scoot, he's kind of like he's a bit like a baby Dame. I don't know, when I watch him, I kind of get some a bit of Dame vibes. I mean, definitely not the shooter Dame is, but just as far as like the versatility, the size, like the rim pressure, I think they can play with each other. But if I have to, so we're talking about the hypothetical trade. I'll probably do Zion. I think Zion and LaMelo would be like, man, that's box office right there. Healthy, I think they definitely could be like a play-in, maybe playoff team. You have your building blocks for the future for sure. They're getting Bridges back, another young piece that you have, your young core. It depends who else they get from New Orleans in that deal. I could see them probably asking for like Herb Jones or something like that. If they can get Herb Jones, that'd be crazy.
Okay.
They won't come off. I know New Orleans won't come off of what's his name? What's the other wing over there?
Trey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murphy. Yeah.
Yep.
Not Murphy. Because he's cold. I ain't gonna lie. I really like Murphy. He's super efficient. He's long. He got bounce. He's young, tall. So he what it is. Like he can play defense. Herb, he's a great defender, but he has very questionable as an offensive player. I'll say that. But yeah, it'd probably be Zion. That'd probably be a deal I'll make. I actually had I was on Fanspo the other day and I was looking at some deals, and I thought it would probably have to be Gordon Hayward, the person who was included in the deal, to make the money work.
Damn, I feel like I just forgot this man exists.
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward, man.
Yeah, it was Gordon Hayward. Him and Zion make around like the same amount of bread. So it was like 31 million or something like that each that they made. So that's what made it that's what made the money work in that deal. But yeah, that's who it was. And I think I included like 3 first round picks or something like that, including the one from this season when I did the deal. But yeah, that'd be the deal I'll make. But I'm interested though. Do you think that LaMelo and Scoot could play together?
See, that's the thing. I don't like the fit. I would probably still draft them and just see how, because I mean, I feel like Scoot's gonna be a star. I feel pretty strongly about that. But yeah, I just don't know exactly if going forward into the future if they would necessarily end up working out well together. But I still think that I would just do it just on the potential and to see, give it a go, see how things work, run it for a couple seasons, see how he develops. But yeah, I don't know if they would necessarily complement each other the best.
So if you were Michael Jordan, well, I don't know if Michael Jordan really the owner now.
He sold I think they said he sold his majority stake in the team.
He sold his majority stake.
So he yeah, it was crazy too. It was he got $3 billion, and when he bought the team, he spent $200 million or something crazy like that, something wild.
Yeah, but I did a little research on that, and it's almost like he kind of had to sell the team.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was he made some bad investments, and now he needs to get the money back.
Okay. Nah, that explains a lot. Nah.
Yeah. Because with that strong of an investment, it's like why sell it now? You got the majority, you made this much off of them. You got a high pick in the draft.
It could just be, I mean, I guess the counter to that would be, I mean, now this is what you said is true, then that's it. He's just trying to get out from under, he made some risky stuff. But but I guess it would be that, he hasn't been successful at his job. He's been a terrible GM/owner or whatever. And the team has made 2 playoffs, I think. I know they made 1. They may have only made 1. Yeah, I know they made 1. It might only be 1. I'm thinking it's 2.
Maybe.
I think it's I know for sure they made 1. So I'm just gonna say 1. It might have been 2, but yeah, they made 1 playoff in over a decade, almost 2 decades, damn near. Bro, that would be that would be the thing that I guess you could say he hasn't been good at it. And he's finally being you know what, I need to just give up on this and let me just cash out. And That could be the other alternative. Him just finally admitting that I'm taking the L on this one.
But yeah, that's kind of what the whole trade thing. I mean, what the whole stealing thing was about. But yeah, so this
is actually a good question. Do you remember the playoff team that he had? The one team I only remember them making the playoffs once. Do you remember which playoff team or what some of the guys on the roster were for that team? I'm very curious if you remember. This is a minute ago. I want to say it was like probably off the top of my head. I want to say it was probably like 06 or something.
Well, his first playoff team or the last time he was in the playoffs?
The last time, as far as I know, this is the only time I can think of it. The Hornets, Charlotte, whatever you want to call them, Charlotte made the playoffs.
No, they made it a few times because I remember they made it in. I remember vividly they made it in 14 because
I'm tripping. They made it twice. They made it when they were the Hornets with Kemba.
Yeah, but they made it again. I think they made it again in 20. Either 2015 or no, it had to be 2015 because I don't know if you remember. No,
they got beat. Didn't they get beat by the Heat?
It wasn't 15. It was 16. Yeah, because that's when and D Wade was staring down like some super fan or something like that. Like he was he was staring down the dude after he made some clutch shot.
They made it twice with Kemba? I thought they only made it once with Kemba. They made it a second time after that. I thought it was not the only time they made it with Kemba, or am I tripping?
No, they made it. No, they made it a couple times, I think, with Kemba.
I might remember the other time. I definitely remember the time that they made it and they got beat by the Heat. And I remember the D Wade. I'm blanking on the other time. I was thinking back to like that, and then back. I thought it was that time, and then back when they were. I'm probably forgetting the year. Back when they were the Bobcats. Do you remember the Bobcats?
Yeah, I remember the Bobcats because they was trash. That's when
But they made the playoffs one of those years though. That was back when they had Gerald Wallace, Steven Jackson.
Gerald had Stack Jack.
Yeah. There was that.
Yeah, and I remember like Jack, like because I think he wanted to be traded or something like that.
Yeah,
like he had like a whole thing at the beginning of the season. He didn't want to be part of the team, something like that.
Yeah, Gerald Wallace was also a very unique player. He was like one of those like Swiss Army knife kind of dudes. He was like almost like the black like AK-47 to me.
Who?
Gerald Wallace. So he reminded me of a lot.
Let me see some.
Oh wait, did you do the trade on the thing?
I'm forming it up right now. It was Herb, and it was. It was Fee Makaluk. Okay. So this was the trade. What you think? Who wins? Who loses? Let me move this up away. Computer moving slow.
I feel like. I mean, if I was gonna do the trade, this is what it would take. For me though, I personally, I would still just keep Scoot. But if I'm doing the deal, this would be probably what I would take. I would do this deal over the Ingram deal, just because it has at the best case scenario, it has higher potential. If like everything works out with Zion, he plays like he's supposed to, and then you could potentially have a much better team than I think even if Ingram was to come there and everything works out with him. So I would probably do this trade, and you get a really good defensive piece in her. Yeah, I would do this trade over the Ingram trade for sure. But personally, I would still just straight up draft Scoot and try and actually, see how he develops, because you might end up getting the best player out of the bunch. I really believe that's the potential, is that he could be the best player out of all those dudes. But yeah, but no, that's a good that'd be a good potential deal. If I'm thinking like we want to win as soon as possible and we just want to improve, and I know that Charlotte hasn't done a lot of winning in a minute. They probably don't want to go on the hypothetical development train that I'm talking about. Yeah, they probably would do that deal. The question of whether or not the Pelicans do it, I don't know. The Pelicans
is Scoot one of those guys when you say even if you have the team position filled, you draft anyway, almost like Michael Jordan with. Not saying he's Michael Jordan.
I'm about to say.
Not saying he's Michael Jordan, but like almost like Michael Jordan with the Trailblazers, like how they already had Clyde Drexler, but it's like nah, this is Michael Jordan, or like if who was it that passed on? Blanking right now.
Like how,
but almost like how the Pistons had, they had Tayshaun and they had Rip Hamilton, so they drafted Darko Milicic instead of Melo. He's one of those, but obviously they should have picked Melo. But you think it's one of those situations like nah, still go get this dude, or you got your point guard, let's go get Miller or something like that, or let's go trade to get Zion or something like that. What you think?
Yeah, in that situation, they should have just drafted who. I mean, I guess that's a weird hypothetical though. I know, because I feel like, yeah, they should have drafted Melo, but like I think that the consensus was stupidly. I feel like a lot of people thought Darko was going to be like that guy, although it was really weird because nobody had like damn near anything on him. Like,
and what's crazy? What I just found out the other day. First, I didn't even know what's his name. Jerry West was like the GM of the Grizzlies at some point. He was like the GM, or he was a part of the staff or something like that. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Two, they were in the running to get a top pick in that draft, but if they didn't get number one, they drop I think they lose like whatever pick they were in. It goes to Detroit or something like that. Like it was some crazy like that. Like, and they went all the way to number. They unfolded the envelope. It was number 3. It was the Nuggets. So it's either they're gonna get number 1 and get LeBron, because that's what Jerry West wanted. Like he was very vocal. Yeah, he wanted LeBron. Or if they didn't get number 1, that pick was gonna go to the Pistons. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was top 1 protected or something like that. Like it was, I don't know.
Yeah, he was the GM of that team that had Gasol, Battier, Bonzi Wells, Jason Williams.
Yeah. They traded Bibby for Jason Williams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember Jason Williams was pretty vocal about that. He said, like that's what made the Kings better. Like even though Jay Will was cool over there, like.
Yeah, Bibby was a better player, straight up.
That made them better.
Yeah, Bibby was he was just more complete as a point guard or whatever. Like he was a better defender, better off the ball shooter.
Jalen Green. Man, hold on, let me change this.
What's funny is it has that for both of us the opposite. Whenever we start up our thing, you get listed with the Jalen Green one. I get listed with the Tatum one. I got to switch it every time before I join the thing. Somehow that happened. Yeah.
Let me change that.
But yeah, no, I do think though that I feel pretty strong.
There we go.
I feel pretty strong, and I feel like he's gonna be. Now this is not counting the defensive aspect, because I think that's an area that he needs to improve on. I think he's going to be an above average defender though, but I think that's probably one of his weaker areas is Scoot.
Okay.
That's one of his improvement areas, but he has the work ethic, the mindset, it seems like, and the body to, I think, become like a good defender. So we're gonna see. But like offensively, I think he's gonna be a good 3-point shooter. I know the numbers don't. If you just look at the raw numbers, it doesn't say it. But like his catch and shoot, he shot 40% from three. Now it was in G League, it was a small sample size, but he also had a small sample size in 3-point shots. Period. He just didn't take a lot of them. It's not like he would just launch it and chuck it and just not good. It's not a shot that he really was taking a lot.
He been working with he been working a lot with Curry recently. Like if you're gonna work out with any shooter.
Yeah, but when he was getting those catch and shoot opportunities, he shot a good clip. And off the dribble, mid range, he's money. Like he's got a really good mid range game. Yeah. It reminds me of Chris Paul sometimes, like his mid range game. So like I really think he's gonna be a really good mid range shooter, athletically getting to the rim, dynamic as hell, can finish above and smash on people. Man, like I think he's gonna be.
Drew, but what about Amen Thompson?
I mean, yeah, he's also athletic and but he just
you think he can be a great shooter?
To me, I was thinking about like all the possible things that this dude could be, and so this was the two I came up with. It was either
it's crazy. Who I could not with the shot, of course, because the shot is still funky and weird. But of all the players that they was talking about, like Penny Hardaway this, Penny Hardaway that, like I see a little bit of that just because of size and playmaking and athletic ability, and he can play some defense too. But I mean, I see a little bit of that in that.
Yeah.
That's what
to me, I think I mentioned this to you before the first time. I was like, maybe like a more aggressive Ben Simmons. That was one. Like he's got that kind of skill set, but he's gonna take the shots. But I don't know how I feel about that. Like
definitely not lacking confidence.
Yeah, so he's gonna take the shots. So there's that potential, but I don't think he is the playmaker as a prospect. He's just not the playmaker. Doesn't have the vision or the passing skills of Ben Simmons coming out. He's a good playmaker, and he would be a lead guard. He would have to be, but like I don't think that he has like the level of passing that Ben Simmons did coming out. But that's one scenario. I feel like I was thinking about like what are the other potential possible players that this dude could be. And I was like, you know what? There is one other player. I just don't know if he has the shooting of this player yet, but it's not off the realm of possibility because it's not like this dude was a great shooter, but he became an above average one and it was, decent.
Don't say who I think you're going to say.
Who you think I'm going to say?
It's not
who you think. It's not whoever you're thinking, but I want to hear who you think. It's definitely not whoever you're thinking.
Who is it?
No, I want to hear you gonna say first because it's probably like way beyond the player I'm thinking of. But like I'm curious.
I think you're thinking about Lonzo.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
But it is funny that actually now you mention it, it's funny because I was arguing with one of my friends who wants to draft him. He was saying that I was like what do you think he's gonna become? Like I'm like worst case scenario or best case scenario, what do you think he's gonna become? And I'm like, I don't think he's gonna be a bust. Okay, so then I'm like, okay, so what do you think? And he's like, I think in worst case scenario, he's going to be like a Lonzo Ball level player. He thinks he's going to be like, a good starting rotational guard. But Lonzo was like basically a three,
Yeah.
Lonzo basically.
But Lonzo is more like a complimentary player. Like he can play like off the ball because of his refined 3-point shot.
Yeah.
His ability to play in transition, his unselfishness,
and
things of that nature. But Thompson, he's a guy who has to have the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know how valuable you are to be a ball dominant guard at that level of a player.
Yeah, and what Lonzo did as far as fixing his shots to become what he did, like that was exceptional. Most guys don't like. Yeah. First of all, Lonzo could shoot before he got in the league. He just had a weird shot that he had to fix because it didn't translate well once he got in the league, but he fixed it. But both those things still come back to the fact that he was still a good shooter. He was still capable. He just had to, make an adjustment to like his release and things like that. The dude that I'm thinking of is actually Andre Iguodala. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking like best.
I want Iguodala.
Yeah, I'm thinking like best case scenario, apart from like a aggressive Ben Simmons, would be like a young or prime Iguodala. Like Iguodala had a shot. He could shoot, but he was never like a great shooter. He
Mhm.
had some years though where he was decent, above average from three. But like, he was more of a, guy that could score, could make shots every once in a while, but he was very athletic, could jump out the gym, especially like in his peak at his best.
Mhm.
He would throw down on people regularly, could get out in transition, was also a good passer. Like probably the most underrated aspect of Iguodala's game is that he's like a really good passer. For like a lot of people don't really talk about him as that, but like he was a really good playmaker for like
Iggy,
compared,
yeah.
Iggy, and so like that's something that I feel like he could be, but I don't think that's
I
gonna
actually
happen.
see it a little bit, yeah.
But like he has like a lot of the skill sets of an Iguodala. Just I think Iguodala is still a better shooter than him because that's the big question mark. And also like he struggles at the free throw line. Iguodala also struggles at the free throw line. A lot of people forget that Iguodala was regularly around the 60s in free throw shooting, and that's where he is as well.
Andre Iguodala, the worst Finals MVP in NBA history.
But I really think that's the level of player. And Iguodala, like he was an all-star a few years. I want to say like I have to go off the top of my head, maybe like a 2-time all-star. How many times?
Something like that. I know. I remember he made the playoffs with the Nuggets.
Yeah, and the Sixers too. Like he made a few times with the Sixers.
Yeah. Because I remember, because I used to watch them a lot, like their highlights, and I was like, then they got 2 AIs. That's what I say.
So
Iverson and him, I was like, they got 2 AI.
Yeah, so Iguodala was a 1-time All-Star. He made it in 2012. He at his very best, this is like peak Iguodala. He was a 25-5 guy and 2 steals. That was like peak Iguodala, and he shot 33% from the 3-point line for his career. Best 3-point shooting season, he shot like 39% one year. But most of his years, he was like very mid or below average. But career 33% 3-point shooter. Free throw shooter, he was 71% for his career, but routinely shot below 70%. But elite defender, good playmaker, very athletic, could finish could finish among the trees, could dunk on people, like he would get people all the time. Became like arguably the best defensive perimeter player in the league for like a couple of years, you could say. You could argue like those like late 2000s to early.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking you talking about those Warriors years.
Oh no, like the late 2000s to like early 2010s.
Yeah, definitely one of the best. Because wasn't he on one of the Olympic teams or something like that? Unless I'm tripping.
Yeah, I want to say wasn't he on the Redeem team? I want to say he might have been on the Redeem team.
Was he?
I gotta check. He might have been off the bench on the team. I feel like he was. Wasn't he not on the team?
I don't know if he was on the Redeem team.
Nah, he might not have been. He was on the 2012 team. So yeah, that was the Redeem team. No, it was. I'm tripping. That wasn't the Redeem. That was second, 2008. Yeah, that was the second one.
Yeah, he was on the 12 team. Yeah,
he was on the 12 team. Yeah.
Man, that team was dumb, dog. That team had Iggy, rookie AD, Melo in his prime, Chris Paul in his prime, Darren Williams, Harden, 6-man Harden, Kate scoring champion. I don't think Katie was in his prime yet, but he was still like the scoring champion. Prime K Love. Kobe was at the end of his prime, but he was still Kobe. Then you had prime Bron. Then you had All NBA Westbrook, fresh off the finals. Then you had defensive anchor Tyson Chandler. That 2012 team, dumb. But I don't know, that 2018. Oh, so what you think, the 2018 or the 2012 team?
2018.
So 2018 was Boozer, Melo, Chris Bosh, Chris Paul.
Peak D Wade. D Wade was going crazy, I remember.
It was, I ain't gonna lie, it was you can make a legit argument. It was D Wade, Kobe, or LeBron who was the best players for that team. I remember watching that Olympic because I don't remember much from watching basketball in 2008, but I remember watching the semifinals with the Cavs and the Celtics. I
actually vividly remember
the
watching
conference finals with the Celtics and the Pistons, and I watched the finals with the Celtics and the Lakers, and then I watched the Olympics. I remember I'm watching the Olympics, and like I didn't watch all the Olympic games, but I watched a lot of them. And LeBron was going dumb. Kobe was just and D Wade probably the best player. I ain't gonna lie. He was bald.
What I remember most prominently during that was that D Wade impressed me the most out of everybody in that Olympics. Yeah. D Wade, like I feel like he was just like doing everything. Like he was a force. He was killing it out there in 2008. I remember that Olympics vividly too. I remember we watched actually spent the night. It was like me and like we did like this whole thing. Like we did like a basketball weekend. We were hooping and then we like spent the night at my friend's house. We ordered pizza and we were watching the Olympics. We watched the gold medal game against Spain that morning. So yeah, I remember like that. Yeah, that which is a good ass game too.
Yeah,
that was when all the craze and buzz was around Rubio. He was going to be this phenom coming into the league.
They had Gasol.
They had both the Gasol brothers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah, man. Yeah, that was a.
Did you see the? You know they have a documentary.
Yep, I never did actually. I saw like I saw clips. I never watched the whole thing though.
Nah, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's live.
I'm gonna check it out. But yeah.
Okay. One last thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
The Redeem Team or the Dream Team?
Man, that's a tough one, man.
The Redeem Team. These old geezers out of here, man.
Yeah, I mean, there is some players on that Dream Team that I feel like would absolutely get torched, but I mean, it's.
But now that Dream Team, they crazy stacked because
like the front court is just the front court's nasty.
Exactly.
That's where I think that like it could be an issue. Is that front court was going to be a force against the Redeem Team?
Exactly.
It was really to me like they would have to.
I mean, of course they got Mike and Clyde, and but I'm talking about Barkley, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen. Man, dog, that front court kind of crazy. I ain't gonna care. The Redeem Team. I mean, you got Braun, you got young Dwight, Boozer. I don't know if they really just match up. But then but the Dream Team also was playing Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who was at the end of the road. So
you know what? Redeem Team. You know what? I'm thinking about more. I'm like, I'm looking at the whole roster again for the Redeem Team. I'm like,
Well, they had Chris Mullin too. Chris Mulliton was. I said Mulliton. Chris Mullin.
Yeah. It's just like how I guess like Dwight would be working out there.
Yeah.
That was prime Dwight, but yeah, Dwight was gonna be like he was gonna be definitely working out.
Prime Dwight? Well, maybe.
I guess
he was going into it. It was the 08 summer.
Like,
and 09 is when they made the finals. So
it was I would say it's prime. It's not peak though. It's like it's prime though.
Definitely prime. They had a lot of prime players. It was Chris Paul. I don't think LeBron was in his prime. I mean, he was okay. I say he was in his prime, but not his peak. I say that.
Man, it's tough though. Like, cause he's gonna have a lot of work cut out for him. He is with Robinson, Ewing, Malone.
Well, the bigs. They didn't have any other bigs on the team.
It was Bosch with the next big.
Oh yeah, Bosch.
Yeah,
Bosch.
that's the. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm starting to think. Yeah, it's just like I feel like they would
Well, that's
struggle.
front court credit. But I mean,
Yeah.
they do got Braun. Well, he's not a center, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, this team had Jay Kidd too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Redeem team. Yeah, redeem team for sure.
I feel like the dream team could beat them, but they'd have to shorten the rotation. Like they'd have to be like, all right, y'all gonna play all 40 minutes or whatever it is they play in the Olympics. I think they play 40. But yeah, like they're gonna have to shorten the rotation because I don't feel like some of these dudes need to be out there. Like but yeah,
Bro,
I don't.
D-Wade was third on the team in shot attempts and led them in points.
No, D-Wade was going crazy, man.
I didn't even look at the stats, but I just remember him going dumb.
Yeah. After that, that's when I was like, all right, that's when D-Wade gained my respect.
Oh, also, I saw this thing about D-Wade, and I don't really think he's wrong though. As you saw, he did an interview. I think it was Shannon Sharp, and he said that if it wasn't for his knee injuries and how it, plagued the rest of his career, he said it's just a hypothetical, whatever. But he may have been in one of those GOAT conversations, and I necessarily don't.
I actually never knew he said. I didn't know he said anything like that before.
Yeah, it was just a recent interview, and because Shannon Sharp asked him, he said, "If it wasn't for your injury, what more we would have seen from you?" And he said, "I think I could have been in the GOAT conversations. If you look at how he was, especially coming off that finals, after the finals, he just had consecutive years of just bad injuries, and then when he's healthy again, he led the league in scoring.
Yeah,
great defender.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to hear him being confident about that stuff because I always felt like he was a little bit too accepting of the fact that I feel like he kind of downplayed his career.
Yeah, because sometimes people ask me who's the underrated player, I bring up D-Wade a lot because I think he's the best player that never won an MVP. Now, I don't think there's a season I could say, oh, nah, he should have won MVP or something.
Yeah, his best case was 09, but
he was playing behind Bron and Kobe and all that.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna get it over them. So
yeah, and I don't think he just had the necessarily high team success to win it either. But I feel like his knees did rob him of a lot more prime years. That you could have seen from him.
Yeah, I do feel like that comment though. I'm hyped. I'm glad that he said that. That's confidence. I'm glad that he's actually not just being he's been very very accepting of I'm not he credits a lot of guys not just LeBron. I feel like that's better than him, and so that is nice to hear. But yeah, I think that's cap though. He definitely was not going to be in the GOAT conversation because and the reason, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, because I remember years during his prime or peak where I was I felt like he underperformed, and it was to the point where I was I felt like he wasn't that guy, and it wasn't an injury reason. It was he just didn't play up to the level that he was supposed to. I remember that his peak year in 2009, when they lost to the Hawks, to me I feel the way he had some performance in that series where I was
didn't they go to 7 or something like that? Or
I think they lost in maybe even 7. I thought they lost in 6. But I remember there was I wasn't watching that series of being D-Wade's the best player in the series. There was too much in that series. I remember watching that I was Joe Johnson seemed like the best player in the series, and I shouldn't be feeling like that if you that guy.
Yeah.
And then also I remember the year after they won the championship, how they lost to the Bulls in the first round in 2007. And yeah, he also had moments in that series. I was nah, I never felt like he was ever the best player in the world, or like
True.
that it was a good argument. 2009 was the closest, but then I remember when the playoffs came around, I was like, bro, like you were a monster in the regular season, but like Joe Johnson out here looking better than you too frequently right now. And so yeah, like I felt like but like now he still had a lot of years left, and that's when injuries started to come in, like really once LeBron got in the picture, it started to happen more. But yeah, I don't think that he was ever going to be in the GOAT conversation. But he definitely could have been. His definitely could have had a lot more longevity to his prime, which who knows how that could have changed things. Like after LeBron left, maybe he would have made another run by himself if he was still like physically in his prime.
I think if he was still like physically, I don't think Bron would have lived. Like I feel like Bron,
that's true.
Probably still wanted to bring something to Cleveland, but I don't think he just leaves still D-Wade still in his prime, because I don't think if D-Wade still in his prime, they probably win in 2014. So, we're going down a lot of rabbit holes right now, but yeah, I think the last season we saw like superstar D-Wade was like 2011 to me personally. When I watched him, just the speed, the consistency of being a great player, like every night, 2 ways, like that's the last season. Now I still think he was a star for like 2012 and 2013.
For me, I say
when he started to really have injuries, and then by 2014, I don't think he was just a star player anymore.
Yeah. To me, I still would say superstar 2012, but after 2012 is when I say he was just.
Yeah, I remember us having this conversation before.
Yeah, I think 2013 is when I would say he was just a star, and that's when the decline started to be like very noticeable for me, like 2013.
Hold on, right here you go real quick. I'm just gonna bring this up, and then we can wrap it up after this. But this was thing right here. Look, I put D-Wade, Shannon Sharpe, GOAT.
D-Wade doesn't tear his knee in college. D-Wade doesn't have the 2 knee surgeries in the NBA.
I didn't even know it's
he did tear his knee. 16 seasons. What's D-Wade numbers? So I had to go basketball with him.
Well, I mean, like I said, we talking about ifs. You take away the injuries away, I'm still playing basketball right now if I want to.
Wow.
Right? Because it's the injuries and everything and the mental, right? But if I'm healthy enough, like I know how to, like, you gotta understand something about my game multiple ways.
Right.
I played the game multiple ways. So even right now, even when I got older, I had another game that still was effective as an old player. So in my mind, you motherfucking right. I was one of them dudes. Like, you couldn't tell me in 06, 07, 08 that I wasn't going to where I wanted to go. Right? Like, why not? I'm tearing like the league it's not hard for me. I'm averaging 30 a game in the NBA.
Right.
And so forth and so on. I'm, and I already won a finals MVP. I already won a championship in my 3rd year. I did that. So in my mind, I'm very confident and quietly cocky about where I'm going.
Right.
And then injuries start boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And it humbled me real quick.
When did you realize that you possibly, because of the injuries, wasn't going to reach the ultimate player that you wanted to become, that you was going to have to, like, okay, I'm a great player, but I know I had so much more in me if I didn't have this injury?
I mean, as you get older, so somewhere in that big 3 era,
right,
where
like you didn't do the same that 2014.
I think it's 2013. I think it's 2013.
Ain't no look.
I think it's 2013.
I was getting shots all before all the game.
Really?
Oh man, we'll do a documentary later.
Okay.
Like all the knee injections and the shots and all that stuff, man, to get out there and perform. Like I did a lot of those things to be able to get out there. My body felt like I got smacked by a Mack truck.
Right.
Like, and that's how I was playing. Right now, I was doing everything to medicate myself to be out there.
Yeah. Right. Anytime you start draining your knee.
Yeah. I realized it at a point, man. I think it was one time, like you just over the years, like when I used to get past somebody, one step, bow, I'm at the rim. And my body, I'm putting you in the rim.
Right.
Then it became one step. Oh, I don't even get to this floater.
Remember that Verjao
get to the side step. I can't even get back.
Right.
It's the same.
Right.
So like you know.
What'd you say?
I said yeah, like that Anderson Verjao dunk. Like, man.
Oh yeah, man. I was watching. You know what's crazy? I was watching that game, And like I was like, at first I was like, oh shit. I thought LeBron had dunked on it was Jermaine O'Neal. I thought LeBron had dunked on Jermaine O'Neal. But then I was like, he blocked LeBron. And then I had did like, I don't know, for whatever reason, because I was in my kitchen. I did like a little Michael Jackson spin move, like I was a kid. I did like a spin move. This thing, I see D Wade go, and I was like, bro, that's one of the best dunks I ever seen in my life, bro.
Man.
Like he punched on. I was like, oh my god,
yeah, man.
But yeah, I think not. I kind of I kind of agree with you too on that 2012 part. The main reason, because I remember 2012. They were going against the Pacers in the playoffs, and Chris Bosh had got injured like early on in that series, so he was out. Like he wasn't playing. He didn't come back until like midway or toward the end of that Celtics series. And LeBron was doing this thing, but they was really needing D Wade to step up. Like he wasn't being D Wade. Yeah, but like in that they was down 2-1 in that series. Like they was down double digits, but then like in that second half of that game 4. That's when D Wade, like, he turned back the clock. He was a beast. Like, he was a beast game 4.
He was killing in the mid-range as well. Like, I remember he was cooking them in the mid-range.
Bruh, he was killing them. He was hitting threes. Even D Wade hitting threes, man. Oh, nah. Wrap it up. In game 5, he was a beast. Game 6, I remember game 6, he had like 40, and that closed him out. They won game 4, game 5, game 6, and then they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. But, yeah, I think that was the last few great years, D-Wade. 2013 too. I thought in that finals he stepped up, especially in that game 7. Like LeBron was good in that game 7, but D-Wade, he stepped up big in that game 7 too. Helped them win.
2013 though, I guess when I started to say I think that's when he started to decline. I still think he was a star.
Yeah, I still think he was a star.
But I felt like 11, 12 was the last time I felt like he was a superstar.
Yeah.
12, 13, I felt like he was like probably like a star level at that point. But like at that point is when I started to put other guys over him that I didn't have over him before. But no, I'm gonna have to watch some of that the Club Shay podcast.
Yeah, Club Shay.
Yeah, now he doing that thing full time probably now because he off Undisputed. You saw the thing where him crying and all that whole
doing all this shit.
Yeah, Skip was killing me too. He was like. He was being all emotional, giving his story and everything.
He's like, when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I want you to know I get everything I had. I like that.
And then like, no, but he said that, and then Skip is like, you did. I was like, the way he said it too, I was like, man, like I can't take this serious right now because Skip is.
I don't even watch them, but I saw the clip like on Twitter.
Yeah, I doesn't even feel like they've been doing it that long. But I started thinking, I'm like, damn, like I was watching these fools back in like 2016.
Yeah, that's when they did it like right after like the Cavs won. That's when they started.
Yeah, because I forgot about it, but I remember now. Like I remember back when the peak of the Russ and Harden MVP conversation was going on. Those fools were arguing on that stuff. I remember all during that season. 2020. Shannon Sharp was on the Harden side and Skip was on the Russ side. And it's funny as hell to see that because Skip absolutely trashes Westbrook now, but he was fully on the Westbrook wagon. He was like, oh my gosh, he is a man possessed getting these triple doubles. He's averaging double-digit rebounds. You know how hard that is for a 6 foot, like he was just like,
you know how it go.
Yeah. Anyways, let's.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. It's been a fun episode. Be back soon, especially before free agency comes in July. It's probably gonna be some more moves that follow this Bradley Beal move. Maybe Chris Paul being released. We got to see what happened with that. I'm sure Miami about to go. Hey, we sure Miami about to go in on Dame. So there's gonna be some fun things coming up. Make sure y'all follow us on IG at Double Dribble Pod and like the video, man. Cut on the reminders. Make sure y'all get our updates, man, when we go live. And that's it, man. Drew, you got something else to say?
Nah, man. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Peace.